Hello students, welcome to Education House, the house of knowledge. Today we study concepts, theory, master questions. So hello students, welcome back again. So today we will continue our chapter structure of atom and see some of the important theories in it, that is EM wave theory and Planck's quantum theory. So our first theory is electromagnetic wave theory. So this theory was given by James Maxwell. He suggested that when electrically charged particle moves under acceleration, alternating electrical and magnetic fields are produced and transmitted. मीन्स कि अगर हमारा कोई चार्ज्ड पार्टिकल एक्सेलरेशन से मूव करता है देन उसके अराउंड इलेक्ट्रिक एंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड प्रोड्यूस होगा एंड दैट विल बी ट्रांसमिटेड मीन्स it will be released out of it. Now these fields are transmitted in the form of waves called electromagnetic waves or electromagnetic radiations. So जो ये waves produce हुई हैं ये जब बाहर निकलेंगी तो ये या तो waves की form में निकलती हैं या radiation की forms में and these are known as electromagnetic because it comprises of both electric as well as magnetic. That's why these are called electromagnetic. So now we will study the properties of these waves, that what does James Maxwell predicted about these properties. So the first point is this theory was given by James Maxwell as we have studied it. Now the first property, according to this theory, energy is absorbed or released in the form of EM waves. So he said that whether energy is absorbed or released, it will be done in the form of EM waves. Means in the form of waves, our object or body will absorb energy or release it and in not any other form. The second one, these waves don't require any medium for propagation. Means they can pass through vacuum. In the absence of air, these waves can also pass as light waves can also pass in the vacuum. Just similar to that, these waves don't require any medium. Third point is the velocity, their velocity is equals to speed of light, that is 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. The last property, according to this theory, any charged particle moving in the presence of electric field will release energy in the form of EM waves. As we have studied this in our previous slide, so this is the basic fundamental on which this theory was given. So now this point now which we are going to discuss is very important. These waves have their own electric and magnetic field perpendicular to each other as well as to direction of motion. Means कि अगर कोई भी ये वेव ट्रेवल करती है तो इसके अराउंड मैग्नेटिक एंड इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड प्रोड्यूस होंगे जो कि परपेंडिकुलर होंगे हमारी वेव की डायरेक्शन के. दैट इज व्हाई दीज वेव्स आर नॉट डिफ्लेक्टेड इन मैग्नेटिक और इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. इसी कारण ये वेव्स कोई एक्सटर्नल मैग्नेटिक या इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड में डिफ्लेक्ट नहीं होती बिकॉज इनके अपने अराउंड ही एक इलेक्ट्रिक एंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड होता है. सो हियर वी कैन सी दैट दिस ब्लैक एरो इज रिप्रेजेंटिंग अ ट्रैवलिंग डायरेक्शन ऑफ द वेव एंड these red lines represents electric field that is perpendicular to wave and is in the direction of y-axis, while this green lines, these are representing the magnetic field which we can say is in the z-axis direction and is perpendicular to traveling direction. So this was very important point, and this theory became cause for the failure of Rutherford's model. As we in our previous lecture we have studied that why Rutherford model failed, because of this EM wave theory. So if you want to know why this model failed, you can check that lecture. Here I had explained clearly that why Rutherford model failed because of EM wave theory. So this was our EM wave theory about the waves and the reason why this theory was discovered and why this was predicted. So now Planck's quantum theory. So the question arises कि Planck's quantum theory कैसे आई, क्यों हमें एक और थ्योरी की जरूरत पड़ी. So EM wave theory was able to explain some phenomena like diffraction and interference. So EM wave theory ने diffraction, interference और कई phenomena तो explain कर दिए, but was not able to explain some of the phenomena such as the nature of emission of radiation from hot bodies, means black body radiation. मतलब कि कोई भी हमारा ऑब्जेक्ट है जब उसको हीट करते हैं तो वो किस फॉर्म में एनर्जी एब्जॉर्ब कर रहा है या किस फॉर्म में रिलीज कर रहा है या ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, ये चीज ईएम वेव थ्योरी एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पाई. द सेकंड थिंग, इजेक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स फ्रॉम मेटल सरफेस व्हेन रेडिएशन स्ट्राइक्स इट, that is the photoelectric effect, and you all know about this effect. Next, the variation of heat capacity of solids as a function of temperature, means that how the heat capacity of solids depends upon the temperature, what is their relation and why they are related to each other. EM wave theory was not able to explain this. Next, line spectra of atoms with special reference to hydrogen. We will study about this line spectra in our next lectures, and this EM wave theory was also does not able to explain the line spectra of atoms. So to explain these phenomena, that why and what is the logic behind those, so Planck's quantum theory was given. Then came Planck's quantum theory. So what are the postulates of this theory? We will see. The first one is energy is released or absorbed discontinuously in the form of quanta. So EM wave theory said that energy is released or absorbed continuously in the form of radiations, but Planck's quantum theory said that energy is released or absorbed discontinuously in the form of quanta. Now the term or the question arises, what is quanta means here? Quantum packet of energy or radiation, means that our total energy comprised of some small packets which are having a discrete or a fixed value. तो अगर हम समझना चाहे कि हम कहें किसी ऑब्जेक्ट से 100 एनर्जी रेडिएट हुई, मींस उसने 100 एनर्जी ट्रांसमिट कर दी, सो वी कैन से दैट 100 एनर्जी कंसिस्टेड ऑफ क्वांटा of value 10 each, and that 10 quanta together make the total energy released by the particle. So it is the packet of energy having any discrete fixed value. The next one, the energy of quanta is directly proportional to frequency. The energy of quanta is directly proportional to frequency of the radiations used. Total energy is some whole number multiple of energy of one radiation. As we have said that total energy is the multiple of quanta, and quanta consists of radiation, so total energy is the multiple of total number of radiations present. So total energy is equals to NH nu. Here N represents the number of radiations while H represents the Planck's constant, and V, the nu, that represents the frequency of the radiation. So quantum of light is known as photon. As we have discussed that there is a quanta, and what is that quanta known as? That quanta or quantum of light is known as a photon. So this was the postulates of Planck's quantum theory about the energy absorption and its release, about the total energy and photon. So our next move is proof in support of Planck's quantum theory. कि अब थ्योरी तो आ गई, किसी साइंटिस्ट ने थ्योरी प्रपोज कर दी कि ऐसा ऐसा हो रहा है, लेकिन उसका प्रूफ भी है क्या, कि क्या वो चीज सच्ची में वैलिड है या उन्होंने एक इमेजिनेशन के बिहाफ पे ही एक्सप्लेन किया है. सो जैसा कि हमने देखा कि ईएम वेव थ्योरी कुछ फिनोमेनाज एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पाई थी, जैसा कि फोटो इलेक्ट्रिक इफेक्ट, ब्लैक बॉडी रेडिएशन, बट प्लैंक्स थ्योरी ने वो फिनोमेनाज एक्सप्लेन कर दिए, एंड ये प्रूव हो गया कि ये थ्योरी बिल्कुल appropriate है. So now we will see how those proofs helped in proofing of this theory. So two concepts supported proof that Planck's quantum theory is correct, that is photoelectric effect and black body radiation. So our first one is photoelectric effect. You all know about this, that it is the phenomena of ejection of electrons from surface of metal when a light of suitable frequency is incident on surface of metals. Means here in this picture we can see that this is our potassium metal surface, and we are striking the lights with the different frequencies and energies, and the electrons are getting ejected out of the surface. But if you see that this red wave is causing no emission, but this green and this blue waves are causing the emission of electrons. Why red wave is not able to cause the emission? So energy of incident radiation should be more than the minimum energy, that is threshold energy. Means that each and every electron has some minimum amount of energy which needs to be overcome to eject it out of the surface, and if the energy of a injected wave will be less than that energy, then there will be no emission of electrons. And we can see that in case of this red wave, the energy is less than that of potassium metal, so that's why this is not able to eject the electron out of that metal. But the energy of this green wave and this blue wave is more than that of minimum energy, means more than the threshold energy. That's why these are causing the ejection of electrons. Here we can see that this electron has a velocity of this thing, that is 2.96 into 10 raised to power 5, while this blue electron has velocity 6.22 into 10 raised to power 5. So why the velocities are different? Because these are having the different energies. That one which is having the more energy will impart more energy to electron, and that energy will be converted into kinetic energy of electron, by which the electron will move. That's why these are there are different velocities for the two electrons. So this was the photoelectric effect. Now we will see how this explained the quantum theory. So electrons are ejected only if incident radiation has energy more than threshold energy. Okay, on increasing number of radiations having energy more than threshold energy, means the radiation which is appropriate, which is suitable to eject an electron, if we will increase the number of those radiations, then number of photoelectrons ejected increases. It shows that one radiation cause ejection of one electron only. So EM wave theory के according कि radiations strike करेंगी and they are continuously imparting the energy, so उसके according electrons continuously release होने चाहिए. But हमने देखा कि फोटो इलेक्ट्रिक इफेक्ट में ऐसा नहीं था, कि अगर एक suitable amount की energy, वो radiation that is having a suitable energy striking on a metal surface, it causes ejection of electron, and one radiation causes ejection of one electron only. So that's why this supported the Planck's quantum theory and made it more appropriate over EM wave theory. The next point, on increasing frequency of radiations, kinetic energy of electrons ejected increases, but their number remains the same. It shows energy of radiation depends on frequency. So as in the previous picture, we have discussed the two electrons having the different velocities. So this was because of their different kinetic energies, and the kinetic energies were different because of the different frequencies of the two radiations. Means कि the number of electrons ejected does not depend upon the frequency. The kinetic energy depends upon the frequency, and the number of electrons ejected It depends upon the number of radiations. So there is the photoelectric equation, that is E is equals to E naught plus kinetic energy. So what does it symbolizes? Here E is the energy of the radiation which we have used, and E naught is the threshold energy or the minimum energy required, and Ke is kinetic energy. Means whenever any radiation, here we can see that whenever any radiation will strike at a metal, then it will first need some energy to overcome the threshold energy, then the remaining energy will be converted to kinetic energy for the running of electron. Energy is represented as h nu, that is Planck's constant, into frequency, and we have converted this equation into frequency form, and here half mv square, that is kinetic energy. So minimum energy required to eject electron from surface of metal is known as threshold energy. And this equation is very important, as you will be asked numericals in both your school exams as well as in competitive exams from this equation. So this was our first proof, and now our second proof that supported the Planck's theory is black body radiation. So firstly we should know what is a black body. So black body, it is a perfect absorber as well as perfect emitter. Means that black body is a object, is a body which can absorb all the radiations incident on it and can also emit all the radiation which are absorbed by that body. So black body experiment. For example, we take an example that on heating iron, it becomes firstly red. If we heat it more, it becomes more red. If we further increase the temperature, then it will change to yellow and then finally blue. It shows that on increasing energy, frequency of radiation released increased. मीन्स कि जैसे जैसे हमने अपने बॉडी को हीट किया, आयरन रॉड को हम हीट करते गए तो उसकी एनर्जी बढ़ती गई, जो उसकी हीटिंग एनर्जी है दैट इंक्रीजेस, एंड फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ रेडिएशन रिलीज्ड ऑल्सो इंक्रीज्ड. मीन्स कि सबसे पहले रेड कलर की रेडिएशंस निकली, उनकी कुछ फ्रीक्वेंसी थी, देन येलो की फ्रीक्वेंसी रेड से हाई है, देन ब्लू, एंड ब्लू की फ्रीक्वेंसी येलो से भी हाई है. सो अब हम देखेंगे कि ईएम वेव थ्योरी को ये पॉइंट, ईएम वेव थ्योरी इसे क्यों नहीं एक्सप्लेन कर पाई. सो ईएम वेव थ्योरी के अकॉर्डिंग की एनर्जी इज रिलीज्ड कॉन्टिन्यूसली, एंड इफ वी आर हीटिंग आवर ऑब्जेक्ट, it is continuously releasing the energy. Means our energy or the particle should become more intense in color. Means if it become red, then as we are heating, it should become more red. Red color should become more intense and intense. But the actual scene was that the color changed, the frequency of those radiations changed. So if EM wave theory was correct, this should not happen because energy is released continuously. So Planck's theory supported this, as it said the energy is released discontinuously. means कि हमारा ऑब्जेक्ट सबसे पहले रेड कलर की रेडिएशन है जो उस लेवल की फ्रीक्वेंसी, उस लेवल की एनर्जी रिलीज कर रहा था, देन आफ्टर सम टाइम इट शिफ्टेड टू मोर एनर्जी ऑफ येलो and then finally of blue. So this showed that there is discontinuous release or absorption of energy by an object, and that's why this point supported our Planck's quantum theory. So these two theories are very important, students, so please do study them carefully and have clarity of each and every concept in it, because these theories play a very important role in further topics, and this should be very clear to you. So I hope you understand all the concepts. If you have any query, you can ask us in the comment section or mail us at our email ID. So share this video with your friends, and ask them to learn these theories well. So thank you.